Hello, my name is Andrew Kopelman. I'm an academic advisor with the University of Minnesota's PSEO program, and I'm going to explain the basics around what it means to be a part-time or full-time PSEO student. Part-time and full-time are fairly loose designations. Part-time generally means that you'll take 1 to 2 classes at the U of M and the rest elsewhere, either at high school or another PSEO program. Full-time generally means that you'll take 3 to 4 classes at the U of M and very little elsewhere, though sometimes it's okay to take something small at high school, such as band, for example. Unless you've shown success in many prior college credits, full-time students generally start off around 12 to 13 credits, with the option to increase from there if it goes well. If you've had a lot of prior college credits, such as with many AP courses or a year of prior PSEO, sometimes it can be okay to start off with around 15 to 16 credits, around 4 classes. Your advisor will help you settle on a course load that's right for you, but the key is that we don't want you to be overloaded. Start out a bit on the smaller side, and as you get used to things, you can increase your course load from there. Part-time and full-time students are also welcome to participate in many extracurricular activities at both the U of M and high school. Even a full-time PSEO student who's not taking any high school classes can still be part of sports and clubs at the high school. You don't have to indicate an intended status when you apply. You only have to decide on part-time or full-time when you register for classes later in the summer. There are 2 key considerations we recommend keeping in mind when deciding between part-time and full-time. First, travel. In most non-COVID semesters, the U of M does not offer a lot of online classes. Check in with your high school counselor about how long it can take to get to and from your high school. Part-time loads can often be tougher to set up than full-time loads in this way, if you have to get back to your high school for classes or activities. Second, readiness. Full-time PSEO is more of a commitment, and you may decide that you want to dip your toe in the water first with a part-time course load before committing to full-time. As long as you can make it work with your high school, you can swap between part-time and full-time statuses between semesters. Next, let's take a look at some sample part-time and full-time schedules. First, a sample part-time schedule. This student is in high school in the morning, allots time for the bus, and comes to the PSEO for gym and Spanish in the afternoon. But this is just one way to do part-time. Some students will take PSEO in the morning and go back to high school in the afternoon, or even just come to PSEO for an evening class, though those classes are rarer. Next, a sample full-time schedule. This student is starting off with a smaller full-time load of 3 classes, 12 credits: chemistry, English, and psychology. Note that while high school classes often meet at the same time each day, that's rarer for PSEO classes. For instance, chemistry here has a lecture that meets on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, while its smaller lab session meets Tuesday midday. And English has a lecture that meets Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings as well, but it has a smaller required discussion group on Friday afternoon. And this divided schedule is part of why part-time schedules can be so challenging. It can be tough to make U of M classes sync up well with a high school schedule. And those are the basics of the part-time and full-time statuses in PSEO. For more information, check out our website at ccaps.umn.edu/PSEO, see the other videos on our YouTube channel, or apply at z.umn.edu/PSEoapply. Thanks for watching. See you.